after breaking with the Fellowship, Sam and Frodo go across the treacherous hills of Emmet Mule to the edge of the dead marshes, where they're attacked by Gollum. But they were able to tame him, and he swore that he would not hinder them and lead them to the Black Gate. Welcome to the Passage of the Marshes, Part 10 of my Saga campaign. Because Frodo and Sam were supposed to be going alone, it took a little time to find out what of the 5 heroes I should use. So I went to what I thought of characters that were on their mind. I have Frodo, and one of the heroes was Galadriel, because I felt that she was always on Frodo's mind, and Rosie, because I thought she was always on Sam's mind. And then, just look to the skies. The eagles are always gathering information and distracting the enemy, so I bring an eagle deck. There's Gwaihir and 2 cards from a long extended party. Fanith, a creature eagle. It's a 2/2/1/3, and it's got a quest action of play an eagle ally from your hand. Then you may exhaust that ally to either commit it to the quest or deal 1 damage to an enemy in the staging area. And Algolos, it's a creature eagle. It's a 3/3/1/4. Can't have restricted attachments, and it has a response. After an eagle ally enters the player's play area, add 1 resource to the pool of a hero that player controls. Limit once per round. The starting threat for the Hobbit deck is 21, and the Eagle deck is 33. But going back, in case you're wondering why I'm using an ally as my hero, I'm using a Messenger of the King contract. You can't choose more than 2 heroes during setup. Choose a non-neutral, non-unique ally from your deck and put it into play. Add the sum of that ally's printed willpower, attack, and defense, and hit points to your starting threat. Then flip this card over and attach it to that ally. Attached ally loses the ally card type and gains the hero card type. Attached character can't be ready more than once per phase. And Messenger of the King is immune to card effects while attached to the character. And when Messenger of the King leaves play, is removed from the game. Here are the boons and burdens I've earned so far. Now we draw 6 cards. Sting, Ranger Spikes, Fast Hitch, Calabrian Stone, Hobbit Cloak, and Gaffer. Looks like a nice hand, but there's no lore access, and that would mean 3 dead cards in my hand to start the game. So I'm going to take a mulligan. Song of Hope, Song of Wisdom, Ranger Spikes, Calabrian Stone, Miro Galadriel, and Nenya. There we go. I got the lore. I got the lore spear, so that's good. Going over to the Eagle deck. I'm going to keep this hand. Got nice eagles. Now 1A, the Taming of Smeagle. Setup. Put Golem into play, engage with the first player. Each player searches the encounter deck for one location, reveals it, and adds to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. Here's Golem. And the two locations that I've chosen are Evil Smelling Fens and Soft Mires. This quest introduces a new keyword of Mire. At the end of each round, you have to put a Mire token onto each location in the staging area. And each location has a Mire X. And when the location is explored by Mire tokens, nasty things happen. So the trick is to travel to the locations with the lowest amount of Mire tokens first. The Soft Mires has a Mire 1, and the Evil Smelling Fens has a Mire 3. Inside 1B of the Taming of Smeagle, players can't advance unless the first player controls Smeagle, and forced, after a player declares any number of attackers against Golem, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Golem gets plus X defense for this attack, where X is the discarded card's threat. And in this quest, each player has to shuffle in a searching eye. It functions like a player card, and when the player draws it, they either have to reveal an encounter card or exhaust each hero they control. Each hero gets a resource. Draw a card. Fast Hitch. I'm going to play Nenya onto Galadriel. Play a Fast Hitch onto Sam. Song of Hope onto Rosie. And the Calabrian Stone onto Rosie. Going over to the Eagle deck, draw a card. And we're not going to play any cards. Most of the cards I play through the quest action. And I'm going to be using pipe tokens as exhaustion tokens. The ring token to show that I've used the ring's ability, that in this Frodo that I've chosen, it's got a planning action where you exhaust the one ring to add a resource to a hero's resource pool. And I token to show that the ring is exhausted. And I'm going to be using the Con of the Rings token to show that I've used Galadriel's ability. We're going to quest. We're going to quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. And there's a total of 5 in the staging area. Stagnant pools. Shifting quagmire. The ring draws them. And bitter reek. Peril. When revealed, either raise your threat by 1 for each character you control that is committed to the quest, or deal 1 damage to each character committed to the quest. I'm going to raise my threat by 1 for each character committed to the quest. So that's 3. And now I'm going to use quest action. I'm going to play Vassal of the Wing Lord and give that resource to Gwahir. And so we quested for 13, and there's a total of 4 threat was added. So there's a total of 9 threats. We quest successfully by 4, putting 4 progress on the Taming of Smeagle. Now we're going to travel to the Soft Mires and raise our threat by 1. We're also going to use Galadriel's ability. So I put 4 more progress. So we're up to 8. Now we're going to attack with Gollum. And we're going to take the attack undefended. Until the end of the round, attacking enemy can't take damage. Well, that goes my hope there. Put the 2 damage on the Galadriel. Now we go to the refresh phase. Gollum engages the first player. It's going to be blocked by Gwahir. Deal 1 damage to the defending character. So, no damage. And we have to put a Mire token to each location in the staging area. And that explores the shifting quagmire. And when it's explored, you raise your threat by 1 for each location in the victory display. But there's no locations in the victory display. We raise each player's threat by 1. And each hero gets a resource. Draw a card. Messenger of Manwe. We're going to play Messenger of Manwe, and we ready up Gwahir. Now we add a resource to the Leadership Eagle. Now we go over to the Hobbit deck, draw a card, Silver Harp. we're going to put a mirror Galadriel onto Galadriel. Song of Wisdom onto Rosie. Now we go to the questing phase. We're going to quest with the Messenger of Manwë. Give control of that to the Hobbit deck. We're going to give that willpower to Sam. So we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to quest for 8. And there is a total of 6 in the staging area. Soft Myers and Dead Things. So that added 5. So it's up to 11. So right at the moment we've underquested by 3. We're going to use Galadriel's ability and add 4 willpower to Sam, bringing us up to 12. And then we're going to put in the Defendants of Thorondor. And that readies up Gwaihir. So we quest successfully by 1. That puts 1 progress onto the Soft Myers. And now we're going to and 2 damage onto the Dead Things. Now we're going to engage Dead Things with the Hobbit deck. That readies up Sam. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block Gollum. With the Descendant of Thorondor. If this attack destroys the character, it doesn't, so it takes 1 damage. Now we're going to block the Dead Things with Sam. until the end of the round. Attacking enemy can't take damage. And I'm going to give Rosie's boost Sam's defense, so there's no damage. Now I'm going to attack Golem for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And he gets 4 defense. So he has 6 defense, 5 health. So he takes 6 damage, so he gets flipped. And now we give out Mire tokens at the end of the round. And Soft Mires is explored. So you have to reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Stagnant Pool. Raise each player's threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. Draw a card. Steward of Gondor. We're going to play the Steward of Gondor. On Gwai here. Now we're going to go over to the Eagle deck. Draw a card. Williador. And we're going to put out the Messenger of Manwe. And that readies up Gwai here. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to quest for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20. Give Galadriel resource. We're requesting for 20. And there's a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the staging area. Card 1, Dead Things. Card 2, another Dead Thing. So we added 6 for up to 17. We're going to use Galadriel's ability to add 4, so we're up to 24. So quest successfully by 7. And that explores the soft mires and puts 4 progress onto Taming of Smeagle. Now we're going to travel to the evil smelling fens. Raise each player's threat by 1. But first we have putting LOTR in. Now these 2 engage on. One's going to be engaged by the Eagle deck. The other one is being engaged by the Hobbit deck. And Sam readies up. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block the dead things with Sam. Till the end of the round, attacking enemy can't take damage. We're going to block the other dead things with Sam. We're giving Sam Rosie's ability for defense. If the attack destroys the character, it doesn't. So no damage. Now we're going to block the dead things with LOTR. And attack doesn't destroy character, so he takes 2 damage. Now we're going to attack the dead things that can take damage in the Hobbit deck for 7. And that destroys it. And I'll get the Vassal leaves play. So first, I'm going to attack my character and deal 4 damage to it. Then I'm going to attack the dead things and destroy that, and that readies up. Actually, take that back. I realize I can't. That I'm destroying the enemy of the dead things engaged with the Hobbit deck. And that's all I can do. I thought I could ready this and attack, but I can't. Now, go to the end of the round. Put mire tokens on each of the locations. Raise each player's threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. Now we get to draw a card. And I'm not going to play anything right now. Go over to the Hobbit deck, draw a card, Hasty Stroke. Now we're going to play a Silver Harp on the Galadriel. Now we're going to use the Mirror. And search the top 10 cards of my deck for a card and put it in my hand. I'm going to get a fast hitch. And I'm going to exhaust the Silver Harp, so the random card I put back in my hand that I would have had to discard. Now I'm going to put the fast hitch onto Rosie. Now I'm going to quest. Actually, I'm not going to quest right now. I'm going to play a Ranger Spikes. Now we'll go into the questing phase. The quest for one, I'm going to give this control over to the Hobbit deck. Now it's going to give Samra willpower and Galadriel resource. So that's 3. I have to pay this to keep LOTR in play. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17. And there's a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the staging area. First card, Fell Light. Peril. When revealed, put the topmost undead enemy in the encounter discard pile into play and engage with you. Each undead enemy engaged with you makes an immediate attack. So we're going to block the Groping Dead with Y here. And LOTR. Now Thorn is going to get destroyed. And that readies up. Y here. And we're going to attach this to one of my heroes. So I have to raise my threat by 1. Now card 2, a Bitter Reek. Either raise your threat by 1 for each character committed to the quest or deal 1 damage to each character committed to the quest. I'm going to raise my threat. So that's 1. Oh, it's 1, 2. 2. Raise the threat by 2. So no threat was added to the staging area. So the quest is successfully by 7. That clears the evil smelling fens and puts 3 progress onto the Taming of Smeagle that explores it. So we go to the next stage. Across the Marshes. Players, when revealed, if the number of locations in the staging area is less than the number of players in the game, discard cards from the encounter deck until the location is discarded. Then add that location to the staging area. Well, there's 2 in the staging area. 2B, 12 quest. Progress can't be placed on locations in the staging area. At the end of the staging step, if the number of locations in the staging area is less than the number of players in the game, reveal the top card of the encounter deck. And we're going to exhaust. Oh, do we want to put any eagles into play? We're going to put the Eagle Emissary into play. We're also going to put the Descendant of Sorendor into play. And we're going to travel to the stagnant pools that has the most mire tokens on it. Now we go to the combat phase. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block the Y here with the dead things. Takes 1 damage. And now we're going to block the Eagle Embassy with or take it undefended. 3 damage. We're going to put that on the Leadership Eagle. And now we're going to block the dead things with Sam. Makes an additional attack. We're going to cancel that effect with the Hasty Stroke. And now we're going to give Rosie's ability to Sam so he takes no damage. We're going to attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and destroy the Groping Dead. Now we go to the next round. Raise each player's threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. Draw a card. Unexpected Courage. Now we're going to use the Mirror Galadriel and search the top 10 cards for a card and put it in my hand. Nenya, Mirror Galadriel, Test of Will, Frodo's Intuition, Fast Hitch, and the Clavering Stone. We're going to take a Fast Hitch. We're going to put a Fast Hitch onto Sam. Now we go over to the Eagle deck, draw a card, Wing Guardian. We had to spend a resource to keep the Why here of a Willidor in play. We're going to put in play the Wing Guardian. And give 1 resource to the Leadership Eagle. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. And that readies up Why here. We're going to attack the quest with Manwing, give it control to the Eagle deck. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to quest and give this control to it. The other team, that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22. Request for 22. And there's a total of 5 in the staging area. The Haunted Mirror. And we hates them. We can flip them over. We're going to cancel that with the 1 ring. Ill Fate. and Haunted Mirror. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the staging area. So we quested successfully by 9. That clears the stagnant pool and puts 2 progress onto the main quest. Now we're going to play a Veteran Eagle. And that readies up Y here. And we clear the stagnant pools. And then we're going to exhaust Smeagle and travel to the another stagnant pools. So many eagles around here, it's hard to keep track of them. Okay, now we deal out shadow cards. We're going to block the dead things with Sam. Return the topmost enemy in the encounter discard pile to the staging area. Well, it's the dead things, and that gets trapped. So we're going to use Rosie's ability. He takes no damage. Now we're going to block with the dead things. Going to block with the Winged Guardian. Makes an additional attack. We're going to spend 1 resource to keep the Winged Guardian in play. Now we're going to block with the Descendant of Thorndeer. Gets +1. So that destroys this. That's 2 progress. 2 damage to the Groping Dead. And we have to raise our threat by 3, and then 2 more, so we're up to 48. Now we can attack back with 2. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and destroy the dead things. And we're going to use Gladriel's ability to exhaust her and have the Eagle deck draw a card and lower the threat by 1. Oh, and when that Eagle left play, I'm going to play my 2 Hidden Roosts and lower my threat by 8. Now we put a Mire token on each one of the locations. And we go to the next round. Raise our threat by 1. Each hero gets a resource. I have to use one of these to keep Willidor in play. Draw a card. Support of the Eagles. I'm going to put Support of the Eagles on the Kauai here. Now we're going to go over to the Hobbit deck. Draw a card. Silver Corset. Now we're going to use the Mirror Galadriel. We're going to get Gaffer. We're going to put an Unexpected Courage onto Y here. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to quest with three, four, give that to control of another player. And give a willpower to Sam. And then we're going to, so that's quest 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. First card, Soft Myers. Second card, Evil Smelling Fens. So there's a total of 13 threat in the staging area. So we quest successfully by 9. That would put 9, 7 progress here and 2 onto the main quest. We're going to put an Eagle Emissary into play. That readies up Y here. Give it to the quest. So that brings us up to 24. We're going to exhaust Rosie. Add 4 more. Bring us up to 28. So we quest successfully now by 15. Then we're going to use Galadriel's ability. So we quested successfully by 19. That puts 7 progress on the Stagnant Pools and 4 progress. and 12 progress across the marshes, exploring that. Because we have 4 progress in the staging area. 4 locations. Now we go to the next stage. Don't look at the lights. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for an undead enemy and puts it into play, engage with him. We're going to engage Dead Things with the Hobbit deck, and that readies up Sam. And a Groping Dead for the Eagle deck. And then we shuffle all these locations into the counter deck. Now we travel. We're going to travel to the Soft Myers. Now I need 24 questing to fill it, and quest progress can't be put on this stage while the player is engaged with a undead enemy. And when we explore it, we win the game. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block the Groping Dead. Well, these 2 cards are discarded because I can't pay for them. We're going to block with the Wing Guardian. So that destroys it, and now it's undefended. So that's going to put 3 progress onto the destroyed Eagle. Now we go over to the Hobbit deck. I'm going to block with Sam. No shadow, no damage. Block with Sam again. No shadow, no damage, because I'm using Rosie's ability to add the defense. Now we're going to attack with 2 4, 5, and destroy the groping dead. And then we're going to attack for 7 and destroy twice and destroy both of the dead things. We go to the next round. Both of these locations get explored. So search the encounter deck and discard pile for an undead enemy, reveal it, and add it to the staging area. We're going to put some groping dead into the staging area. I'll raise each player's threat by 1. Draw a card. Flavoring Stone. I'm going to do Galadriel, Zamira Galadriel. We're going to get the red book. And each hero gets a resource. We're going to put Gaffer into play. Now we're going to put the red book onto Sam. Go over to the Eagle deck. Draw a card. We had to spend a resource to keep the Willidor in play. We're going to return Willidor to my hand. That readies up Y here. And we shuffle a Eagle of the North into the encounter deck. Now we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, request for 28. And there's a total of 7 in the staging area. First card, Bitter Reek. Either raise your threat by 1 for each character committed to the quest, or deal 1 damage to each character committed to the quest. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters. We'll raise our threat by 6, up to 38. Card 2. Morgul Race. That's 4 threat. So we're up to 11. We're going to put in Willidor. Add another willpower. We're up to 29. Then we're going to add Rosie. She adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're up to 35. Then we're going to add Galadriel. That's another 4. We're up to 39. Minus 11 is 28. Minus 4 is 20. And minus in that quest. And that's a win. Well, that was a tough one. This wasn't my first try. It was like my 4th try. That Tux Through the Muck is bad. I did lose a hero, but couldn't be helped. It was worth the win. So I'm going to say the MVP on this side was a Fast Hitch. And the MVP on this side was the Messenger of Manwy, bringing all those resources and willpower back and forth. And the total threat at the end was 60, 102, 103, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 139, 147. Minus plus 8 is 155. And we minus off 2. So 153. Well, hope you enjoyed yourself. I'll see you in the Journey to the Crossroads. Please like and subscribe. And the quest resolution. Each player must choose either take a permanent +2 starting threat penalty or earn one copy of the Searching Eye. Record each player's choice on the campaign log. Instead of choosing these burdens, I'm going to take the +2 threat penalty. And this game shows you that even if you lose heroes, you should never give up hope.